Alan was on time, and Alan was like, "Hey Kyle, what are we doing?" And I'm like, "I'm currently asleep." Hey Kyle, what are we doing? I'm like, "I'm currently asleep."
Well, you wouldn't have been currently. You had to type that after you woke up, silly.
That's. I mean, yeah. So long story short, I am still downloading a program that we'll be using for today's little stream.
We gonna be using a program.
I'm also gonna. I imagine they're dealing with some echo right now because I don't have my headphones in and I'm a nerd. Okay.
Nerd.
So let me pull this up. I have got Drawpile opened up. Now maybe, do you know how to?
How to
add people to this?
Host.
I've
never, like I said, I've never hosted a session before. I know how to join one because once someone gets a thing set up, like I know how to input like the server they set up and the password, but like I don't know how to set one of those up.
Well, here on stream, I'm creating password. I'm fine with everyone who sees this joining this. So what's the password? I don't know. Circe's event.
Ghosts.
Ghosts. With an exclamation point at the end. Oh yeah, I should probably share my screen with you, shouldn't I?
Probably. Let me open up Drawpile as well myself.
Yeah.
Do 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 do. Okay, session. Join. Okay. So first of all, I'll need to know the address, the session URL, or the room code.
Is the address like a series of numbers?
Basically, yeah, it's kind of a string of letters and numbers. Usually it's pub.drawpile.net/ and then a string of letters and numbers.
Okay, that's not what I need then. Event log. Hi, the Abner Doodle. We're still getting set up, cause I'm dumb. Session. Event log. Normally, I would have gotten this all.
You were asleep, so it's okay.
I fell asleep, guys. I'm sorry. Oh yeah, I guess I should add Alan's avatar back since they are joining us, even if by Skype or Discord or by whatever.
Yep. I mean, I would love to be at your place, but I also don't want to compromise your health.
I don't want to compromise your health either.
I mean, if any of us is a danger, it's me. I work in and around hospitals.
I work in customer service, so.
Fair.
Oh god, I don't know where to find the thing we're looking for.
They have a thing that says, let's see, enter pub.drawpile.net in the address box and click add server. So maybe it'll auto-generate?
Maybe. So I've got a host number, but it's just numbers. There's no other thing. It's
okay. Well, tell me what you got for that, and I'll see if it works. Or just like copy paste it if it's a long string.
Oh yeah. That'll be better. I'm gonna put this in Discord. That didn't help at all. Copy. All right.
Okay. I'll give that a shot. See if that helps me out. Hey, yeah, okay.
I'm gonna make this a bit bigger. Yeah. So,
And the password is ghosts with an exclamation point?
Yes.
Capital or
G.
lowercase g?
Capital
G, okay. Ladies and gentlemen, ghosts.
I just heard a ding as if someone joined.
Yeah, that's me, bud.
Oh,
I'm
boy.
in your draw pile. I'm in your base killing your dudes.
Fantastic. So, now that we've got this basically set up, to let you guys know what we're doing, we have set up a Drawpile server. It's a collaborative drawing program.
It is.
And if this is working right, we should all just be able to draw on the screen. Is that right? Is that what?
Yeah, exactly. People who join should be able to just join on in.
Yeah. So you guys are all welcome to join in this too. I don't really know where to post the server information, but I guess if you want to join, just let me know in chat and I'll get you the details.
Yeah, pretty much.
Meanwhile, let's see. I just heard another ding. How can I tell who is here?
I do not know. Let's see, I need up the hardness on this brush. That is much better.
View. Session. Log users. Let's see. Are you drawing something right now?
I am.
I am not seeing it, which is unfortunate.
That is unfortunate. I know you're in here because you're the only person I know named Newbridge.
Let's see. Now my host says not connected.
Uh-oh.
So maybe I disconnected.
That could be. You're still reading as connected on my end.
Technical difficulties.
Please stand by.
Apologies for the technical difficulties of this stream in particular, everyone. Again,
When next we do this, we shall have it set up beforehand.
Mm-hmm. I promise.
Don't make promises you can't keep.
Fair. Connecting to thing. That doesn't look like it's loading, though. How are you, Abner Doodle? Cannot connect to server. What the hecky?
What the heckle my jekyll? Yeah, it's still reading as you in here. Like, it would have told me if you left. So I'm baffled as well.
Okay, hold on. Okay, I see the issue. I was in. I just opened up a new server. And not a new server, but a new image. Thinking that I was, Well, anyways, here we are. Okay, I'm here. And I see you drawn a skeleton.
Yep. Seems appropriate.
Let's see. I'm gonna edit with my, mess around with my scene on, my streaming scene just because we're not using my normal program, so my,
Go for it, friendo.
Yeah. The point is that's why I'm not, currently drawing. And then I'm gonna do the social medias.
I just figured you weren't ready yet.
Then I'm gonna do the social medias that I would normally do before stream that I didn't because I was asleep.
I'm definitely not mercilessly teasing you about that right now.
No, it's okay. I'm mercilessly teasing myself about it. I was very tired. Alrighty. Okay, social media time.
My least favorite time of day.
I'm getting better at it. Like, frankly, I'm going a little insane from the social distancing thing. I'm not like.
Invite me over. I'm not full of disease.
I'm worried I am full of disease.
Okay, that's fair.
It's one of those things that, like, whether it just sort of defeats the purpose, even if you think it's fun.
Yeah.
Because
Yeah, true. I understand that.
So there's been some rumors that my company is wanting to switch the branch hours back to normal, and
Yeah.
I've been trying to figure out exactly how to
Tell them no.
yeah, how to say that, how to politely tell them that I will not be doing that. Oh, you still there?
Yeah. I'm still there.
Oh, I know what happened. I keep opening double windows, and it keeps freaking things out, because that's what happens when you open double windows.
What's wrong with regular windows?
I'm just crazy. I'm just
Windows
crazy
double
and scrambling
edition.
because of how.
Oh. No. Deep breaths, buddy. Deep breaths. Wow, I am gonna redo that thumbs up because that looks unsavory.
In
fact, you know what? Maybe I'll just cut it off there. That gets the impression across. Well, now a Kyle is at least drawn. A skeleton.
Yay! I'm a big sleepyhead.
You are.
Okay, I've posted on all the social medias. I've got the Twitch up. Oh, Swamp Ape Surreal is here. Hi, Swamp Ape Surreal. So, let's see. What should I draw? That's too big.
You'll find the controls, if you're using a drawing tablet, generally work the same as most of your other art programs.
Yeah. Well, I'm glad you could stop in before D&D. What's the you should tell me you should tell me spoilers for your campaign mod. Swamp Apes are real. Oh, thanks for hosting, Abner Doodle. I have used Roll20 before, and I did think it was effective. I just never.
That's what I use.
Yeah. Any tips for Swamp Apes?
Not really. I mean, I've never done it as a GM, only as a player.
Mm-hmm. I was glad my group was able to do a digital meeting Wednesday. We just used Facebook Messenger for videos and didn't use any other supplementary program or anything.
Gotcha.
Hey, Abderdoodle, I would absolutely love to have a custom emoji, but I still need more followers. Halfling college kid of wealthy halfling merchant parents gets kidnapped by a mind flayer who has a gazer farm. Interesting.
Let's see, if you're going to use a pixel brush, then I should too.
Hey, I'm not intentionally using a pixel brush. Use whatever you'd like.
No, I'm going to copy you. Because I'm a filthy copier.
Take it up with Twitch, Abnerudel. Are we just drawing me?
I'm not drawing you. I'm drawing me.
Ah, okay. Those eyes looked very me as well.
Well, yes. You're not the only one who's drawn yourself like that before.
Fair enough. No, Swamp Apes are real. This is called Drawpile. It is a collaborative drawing program. Basically, everyone can be on this all at once, theoretically.
If you have the program, yeah. I believe it is free still.
It is. I know because I downloaded it about 12 minutes ago.
Cool. I downloaded it like 3 years ago, so I wasn't aware if that was still the case.
Okay. Now that we've all warmed up by drawing me, time for us to draw some on-brand things. Actually, if there's any recommendations in chat of what to draw, please do.
It's like an AMA, but it's a DMA.
I also hold first veto rights if someone recommends something stupid. I get to say I don't want to draw that.
That is an important right to give yourself. There we go. Look at the two of us.
Oh boy, we both look so very tired.
Yup. It's not inaccurate. Actually, I'm kind of digging the vibe the pixel brush gives. I might stick with that.
Yeah, it's cool. Draw a cute octopus. I have the perfect idea for that.
A cute octopus, you say?
No. I call the octopus.
But you don't want to make this into a competition?
I guess we could both draw the octopus, but we have a second request for a cactus.
Okay.
A happy cactus, and they need to be holding hands.
Okay. Tell you what, you do the octopus, I'll do the cactus.
Sounds good, friendo. I wonder if you've seen this octopus before.
The answer is a very firm maybe. It's Octavio.
Yes.
Yeah, I know Octavio. I have played more than one installment of the Animal Crossings.
I figured. Funny enough, the last, I only ever played the GameCube one and this one. I might have played the Wii one for a little bit.
Gotcha. I have played the DS one, the 3DS one, and this one.
Oh my god. Your cactus
one
is freaking adorable already.
I mean, your octopus ain't bad, buddy. Here, let me extend a limb.
I'm actually going to
grasp it.
While I'm using the Animal Crossing octopus as a base, I'm gonna add my own flair to it.
Always good to add some flair.
Would an octopus be my spirit animal? Or inner beast, I believe, is the politically correct.
I mean, you are highly intelligent.
But octopuses are dumb as shit.
No, they aren't.
I know.
Octopuses are scary smart enough that there has begun to be genuine ethics questions on if we should be eating them.
Oh boy. Yes, Plothole Tsi, we are on Drawpile, and you are welcome to join. Anyone who is interested absolutely can jump in, and I super recommend it. So yeah, just let me know. I'll put the details up.
Put up them deets.
Oh my god, your cactus is great.
She's okay. It's got them needles. Them needs. That defense mechanism.
Aw. I thought swamp apes were your spirit animal. Swamp apes are real.
Tsuchinoko real?
I'm going to, I hope you don't mind me drawing over your cactus just a little bit.
No, I mean, that's what we gotta do to make the handholds work.
Exactly.
Let me know if I need to erase bits.
I got it.
Oh, that's a darker purple than I wanted.
I mean, I feel like my spirit animal is, or again, I feel like, what might be better? I feel like it would be some kind of bird. Crows came to mind. Oh, there was a bird I saw recently. Oh, the ibis. The like, I don't know. It gave off very me energy. Hold on. Ibis. Particularly, yeah, the white ibis, I think. No, it's the black-headed ibis. That's the one. Very, very me energy. I guess I can't really copy over to Drawpile like I normally would with Clip Studio, but Abner Doodle really likes your cactus, Alan.
Aww. I am glad.
I'm gonna join. I'm gonna add Plothole Tsi to the call.
Yay, okay.
Ah. Hello?
Hello?
That's how we're
Testing,
doing voice
testing.
chat. Okay, well, we're both here. I don't know if Plothole Tsi's joined.
Cool. Is she also joining us in Drawpile?
Yes.
Cool.
Whoops. Can you hear us, Plothole?
Can your plot holes hear us?
Ah, still joining in. Ah! I made it go away. Oh no.
You're still here.
Hi?
Hello?
Still waiting for people. Or for it to work.
Indeed. Oh, maybe? Hello, possibly?
Oh, right. I've got push to talk on from the other night.
Ah, hello, actually.
Yeah, well, I'm sitting here talking to myself in the room like, where are my headphones? Follow the sound of my voice.
Hello, at Crystal, actually.
As opposed to a crystal fakely?
Yes.
Alright, I'm trying to remember how I start the Drawpile. I think I've got it on my computer.
Okay. From there, you'll want to go to, once you've got it open, you'll want Session, Join, and from there, Kyle will give you the relevant information.
I posted the host
Alright, so I got
number.
it open.
I posted the host number and the password to the Dancing Skeletons Discord.
Okay, yeah, you'll want to just copy paste that into where it asks for like an address, and then from there it should ask you
It
for.
says incompatible server.
Really?
I don't know how to help you with that.
Yeah, no. The bottom text field, you just enter that string of numbers and periods that he put in there.
Yeah, it just keeps saying incompatible server. I wonder if like one number got chopped off or something.
Maybe. Let me look at the info Kyle gave me and see if it's different.
I did copy directly from, like, I did a copy to clipboard option. I did do. By any chance, does your version need to be updated? I did download this version literally
Very
12 minutes ago.
likely.
Yeah, no.
Let me do that.
Yeah, please do, because like if it's not the exact same version of Drawpile, it won't play nice with others.
Oh, I do remember that problem back when I used to use this on occasion.
Yeah.
All right, I'm gonna go see and dig up the latest version. Oh my gosh, the little curly tentacles on the octopus. I've got Twitch open on my Surface next to my desk so I can kind of watch the progress as I get myself in there. Oh, you added a little flower on the cactus since I last glanced over. Oh my god, so cute.
Your cactus really is top tier cactus, Alan.
Kawaii katai.
It may actually be the best cactus I've ever personally seen.
Oh gosh, dude, now you're just buttering me up.
Oh yeah, last time I used Drawpile, I don't recall there actually being two different versions for 32-bit and 64-bit, so it may have been a while.
Yeah. I'll get you a latest version. Because they also, I know they just did an version update like a month ago.
Swamp Apes Are Real also would like to say that this is a beautiful cactus.
Oh, thanks.
I am in fact impressed by your cactus drawing skills.
I mean, C is our resident plant drawing expert, so I'm sure she could still crank out a much better cactus, but I am still flattered.
I don't know if I could make a better cartoony cactus though, because I'm still working on like bridging that gap between doing a lot of study sketches of flowers and like being able to just draw them off the cuff in a more simplified like core way. All right, it's asking for password now, so I think I've got this going.
Good,
Okay.
good. Yeah, it should ask you for a username and a password, and hey, there you are. Well,
Hello.
hello. Well, okay, if you're gonna go ahead and give that octopus a shirt, then I should clothe this cactus.
It's not so much a shirt. I'm just making it a mess of tentacles. Like I'm drawing the drop shadow of the.
Oh, those are a drop shot. Well, I'm gonna give the cactus a skirt anyway, because why not? I've already given it eyelashes and a flower. Let's just keep this gender signifier trainer rolling, and just find ourselves awash in cliches.
Psh. This cactus and octopus can be boyfriends if you want them to be.
They are whatever they want to be.
I like that.
Welcome to Drawpile. Gender's made up and the rules don't matter.
Embrace gender nihilism.
Money is fake.
I'll be honest, the book I've seen in a bookstore that I have most regretted not buying
Yes.
was a book titled Embrace Gender Nihilism. And I just...
You know, I dig that title, and it does sum up a lot of gender things about me pretty well.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I feel like gender nihilism is just a really good.
It's funny, actually. In another chat room today, someone was like, just they have a question of the day section,
Mm-hmm.
and today's was describe your gender without using the terms masculine or feminine.
Oh,
And I just cracked my knuckles and wrote Chaos Void.
Plague skeleton.
Nice.
Are you a boy or a girl? I'm dead.
Dead. Alright, the Admiral really needs an otter. Plothole Tsi, would you do the honors of drawing an otter?
Oh gosh, I can try. Ooh.
We don't have...
Damn, it's right Andrea's not here. She is like maximum otter energy.
Big otter energy.
I'm a
I
cheat.
don't think
Pull up
Andrea's
pictures
ever-
of otters on my other screen.
I don't think Andrea's ever tuned into one of my streams.
We'll know if you trace over the emoji.
To be fair, Andrea's a little bit just checked out from like
Everything. Yeah, I was teasing.
Like
but-
sadly, I haven't seen her in person or talked to her much online in a long while.
Yeah, actually, now that you mention her, I haven't seen hide nor hair of her in ages.
She does still post on the Sakagla Discord from time to time, but...
That's good. Don't mind me, I'm just drawing dirt and rocks now.
Join me in the dirt and earth!
What are you up to? Shoveling sand into my gaping maw. Gravel fills my body.
It is a cactus.
Yes.
Is that why I can't get a date? Is that because that's how I flirt?
You know, that might be part of your problem.
You need a bit less cactus and a little more succulent, Kyle.
Oh my god.
Wow.
Why was that?
That was a phrase.
Oh my god. I feel dirty. This
Don't
is a
bring
child...
me into the chat if you don't want horrible perverted plant puns.
This is a child-friendly stream.
Yeah, you know, legit.
I'm kidding, it's not. Oh boy.
Family friendly? Sorry, my very existence makes anything not family friendly.
I thought this stream was rated M.
On that note, K Penguin just said succulent with 2 C's.
Yeah, they are right too.
Yes.
They are correct too.
Again, if anyone is interested in joining this server and wants to draw, they're absolutely welcome to. K Penguin.
This is fun.
Yeah, no, I'm enjoying this.
I'm already down for doing this another time sometime.
Definitely.
Oh.
I'm glad I suggested it.
I'm like marveling at how
Yes, thank you for
our
reminding me that this was a
like art styles vary so much, even in like super simple digital like brushstrokes that are this. Like Drawpile has that like really super simplistic way of like drawing, and yet somehow it definitely very clearly reads as like there are 3 different people
Yep.
in this room drawing shit.
Alright, K Penguin's not joining because they have comic work to do, because someone hasn't finished their chapter yet. Hey, I finished chapter 3 of OTL. Holy shit.
Yay. You sure did.
I really, oh my god. I'm so excited, guys. Let's see. So, I've been working on OTL for probably, like, I don't know the day I started posting chapter 1. So, I'm never really going to know the anniversary of Up This Light. But, I know I'm about at 4 years even. And I've been working on chapter 3 for about 1.5 years now. So, not only is this the end of, like, a year's worth of direct work, but it's also, like, the capstone of 4 years. I'm just so unbelievably excited.
The capstone of 1 million years dungeon, no trial.
K Penguin says that she's working on it. She just got, counts on fingers, 50 more pages to go.
Oh boy.
Yeah.
That's okay. I've got a few hundred.
It's such a mood.
I just kind of like lost hope in ever actually doing comics again somewhere in the last couple years. So.
I will reignite that hope.
Oh yeah, no. Do I need to get you on stream more? Do I need to make you do more comics?
I don't know. Maybe my bigger problem is like,
I mean,
call it life encompassing world scale entropic depression. Like,
yeah.
Mood.
I've like lost the feeling that like anything I would make would really like be worth the time and effort it takes to make it exist.
Okay, fair. That is a big mood.
And that's like been my mood of the past couple years.
So I understand, and I absolutely am going to do everything in my power to refute that feeling inside you.
Oh, I mean that's pretty bad when Kyle is like, no, we will fight the depression. Like, dang.
There is a reason why I am the sadness elemental, so no one else has to be.
Oh, is that what this is? Like, I didn't get permission for my sadness elements, and you're like, no, goddamn it, you didn't fill out the paperwork. You don't get sadness.
I mean, if that's how you want to look
Is that
at
the
it.
banker in you?
Oh. K Penguin says, lol, Kyle was born in the darkness.
Born in it,
You
molded by
merely
it.
adopted it.
By the time I saw
Aww.
lightning.
Abner Doodle is saying, I'm drawing their spirit animal, and they love it. Yay! Aww. Though I noticed that, like, my second drawing is almost completely cut off because of where Kyle's screen is scrolled. Like, all they see is the little yappy otter face. They don't see the hunched over, sullen old man otter that I drew.
Oh my god. I am... Oh
Hunched
boy.
over sullen old man otter. There's a phrase for the ages.
Yeah, oh god, how do I make that, like, show up more? Oh, there we go, there's a good
Scroll
zoom
down
out.
for a second to see it.
Yeah.
Because I've been trying to stay far away from your, like, happy octo-cactus friends because I didn't want to
Happy
risk, like...
octo-cactus friends.
I didn't
Happy
want to
octo-
risk, like, disrupting your line art when it's coming along so well. You guys are all, like, nice and clean and precious, and I'm just, like, over here, like, speed scribbling.
Over here killing it.
I speed scribble, though. I don't want to, like, infect my scribbles into your nice, clean lines.
These aren't that clean of lines for me.
They can
You've
only
seen my
get so
lines.
clean when this... Like, what's our resolution here? Like, maybe 1,600 pixels across? Like...
I
Yeah.
mean, you can always make a bigger canvas. I just forget how.
True, but that might be a little bit disruptive with, like, the stream, because the bigger the canvas is, I imagine, like, the more that's going to chug down.
I also
Kyle's
don't think
computer.
I can edit the cactus size. I can't edit the cactus size. I can't edit the canvas size because I tried and it opened up a new window and really confused me because I thought I had disconnected from the server.
Oh, yeah, you might only be able to set the canvas size when you start.
Yeah.
No,
I'll be
you're
able
definitely
to-
able to resize it mid session. I just forget how.
Mm.
Oh.
Well, I'm still worried
Actually,
about
let me
doing it in
check
case
here
I
now.
break everything.
So to tell you how long it's been since I used this program,
Expand canvas. Except I don't have access to the options, presumably because I did not create it. But under the edit menu.
Okay, are you guys... Hold on to your butts. Expand
Mo.
canvas. Expand... right. I'm gonna give us more room on the right. Ah! Look at that.
Okay. Hey!
That's really... Wow. Okay, and I can just...
Slide to the right.
nice. Whoa.
Whoa.
Um,
It's a lot of canvas.
file,
much
preferences, cactus, edit, succulent.
Aw, Abner says that Otter is big mood. That is a hell of a compliment. Thank you, Abner Doodle.
Hey.
Also, yes, thank you for the host, Tia. Sorry I didn't mention it right away. Thank you, Abner Doodle, for making up for it. Swamp apes are real. It says the octopus and the cactus are friends. The otter is jealous. There is a children's book somewhere in here where they all become friends by the end.
Aww. That's so sweet and wholesome.
And the
Yeah.
children's book is titled Happy Octo Cactus Friends, by the way. Okay, so let's see. What would I do without you, Abner Doodle? Crash and burn. I would definitely have probably no followers on Twitch. Even the ones I got unrelated to you, I think I can still attribute to you. Happy Octo Cactus friends. What was I gonna talk about now?
The Adventures of Prickles and Grundlebert.
Oh my, I don't know if Grundlebert is like the best name I've heard in a while.
It quite very much
I
is.
feel like Grundlebert is like if you made a children's story out of like all the Beowulf monsters. Like Grundlebert would be this little tiny, adorable, hideous monster that like shuffles out of the woods. Hi,
The
humans! I don't feel like eating you today. I'm gonna be friends instead. Just stop shooting arrows at me.
The 80s children's cartoon version of Grendel.
Oh my
I
god.
want it to be made by the Jim Henson Studio and
Oh,
be like
gosh.
covered in that particular Muppet fur that's like kind of scraggly like a mop.
Yeah.
Okay.
Mop Scraggles.
I want to draw the happy Octo-Cactus friends. I'm very glad I wrote that down, otherwise I would have forgotten it. Going on cute dates. What's it?
Aww.
Okay, chat.
Well, I mean, if they're going on cute dates, I don't know if they're friends anymore. Happy Cactus Polycule.
No, they're friends. But that's just what they say to their very conservative families.
Wait, so they tell their conservative families they're a polycule, but they're actually friends, or the reverse?
No,
The
the
reverse.
reverse. Yeah, no, they. I guess they haven't really come out
Oh.
to their very conservative friends or family. I mean, but their friends all know it. Everyone knows it's fine.
It's fine. It's cool. It's fine.
Oh my god, Cactus and Octopus and Otter are so adorable. I know, it makes me want to vomit. They're so cute.
Makes me
Okay.
want to vom.
Chat. Tell me what are some cute dates that these wonderful. What do you call a trio of polyamorous? I can't even say
triad?
animals because one's a
Well,
cactus.
I think multiple octopi is like a pod, and multiple otters I think is also a pod. So like they could just be a polypodcule pod. They're a pod. They're peas in a
But
pod.
I think a group of cacti is a grove.
I mean, a group of any plants, I think.
Okay, they go to the beach. Swamp apes are real.
A group of police
Yes!
officers is a brutality.
Oh.
Okay, go to the beach, getting some ice cream. All right, let's get a little.
Okay, ice cream beach. You want to switch it up for the ice cream day? I draw Grundlebert, you draw Pickles.
Sounds great.
Okay.
Let's establish some room for this scene here.
So,
All right.
so the octopus is Pickles, or is the cactus
Prickles.
Pickles?
Prickles.
Oh, Prickles.
Prickles. Yeah. I don't know. I'm thinking lower left corner. There's some nice space.
Yeah. That's some good space,
So
and we can
Grundlebert,
do it a little smaller here.
Prickles, and like,
Yeah.
what's our grumpy otter dad name?
Prickles, Grundlebert. I'm thinking Bruce.
Grumpy Otter Dad. Bruce?
I like Bruce, but I'm open to other suggestions.
Chalmhurst.
God damn it, Alan! That's fantastic.
Chalmhurst. These names, where are they coming from?
Make the ocean great again. Dad, you're a river otter.
Not when Trump's. No. This
I'm
otter
only
is
a
not a
river
Trump
otter
supporter.
because them liberal otters took the ocean from us.
Oh shit, I remembered a thing I was gonna draw today and didn't, and now I need to. So like you start on the date thing and I'll just quickly draw a thing over here.
Sounds good.
Because this needs to leave my brain.
I have the camera pointed away from it so I can work on the date thing, so I'll just let you finish and then I'll move it back up and be excited.
Sounds good. And
Oh,
it'll be
gosh.
a surprise for everyone.
I didn't want to interrupt your adorable drawing earlier, but like, so should I draw a caricature for me, or since they both look like they were drawn by Kyle, do I have to get Kyle to draw a caricature of me?
I'm very flattered you think
so-
they were both drawn by Kyle.
Oh, you drew that? Wow, you like aped Kyle's style for like tepid, pretty damn good, hon.
I'm secretly actually pretty good at aping styles. I could
Ooh.
do more parody art if I really wanted to.
Well, okay. Does that mean I gotta wait for you to draw, or do I have to also try?
No,
aping Kyle's
go
style?
for it. Go for it.
Then I'm not getting in the way of Kyle drawing this beautiful.
I mean,
pastel
Kyle drew
ocean
his
scene
own,
over
so
here.
like you should draw yours. It's only
Okay,
fair.
so you each drew one. Okay,
Yes.
that's kind of
no.
what I
I
was
just
trying
drew
to figure
mine.
out.
Kyle drew his own.
All right. Let's see. Trying to get in here without overlapping your drawing. Do you need this space
Here, I can-
here?
No, here. In
Okay.
fact, let me move my. Let me move where I'm at.
Real talk, this is absolute chaos.
There we
Draw
go.
wherever you damn want.
There we go. There.
I like
Is that
how,
enough
like,
space?
Kyle's little ocean down there, though, immediately like gives me like 80s soft pastel children's book vibes, which sounds perfect for this adorable little poly date. Wait, did you just move your drawing? That's some dark chaos magic Drawpile shit.
Yep.
I'm gonna say I've never been able to understand much of the controls in Drawpile. Like the fact that I can get line variation is about as far as I've gotten into this program.
Gotcha.
Last time I used this, there definitely wasn't line variation, just saying.
Yeah, no, they've made a lot of quality of life updates in the last several years. Well, last several months. Yeah, no, actually, to move a thing, you literally just take one of the selection tools, select, the stuff you want to move, and just drag it.
That makes sense, since it seems like a lot of the program's actually vector or object based, unlike Photoshop and stuff.
Yep, can in fact confirm that Drawpile is vector based.
Neat. Oh, I also want to point out, I'm sorry I never responded to your Discord message earlier, Plothole Tsi, about the apples. After you left my island, I immediately fell asleep.
Gasp, you can't have naps on the weekend?
I can't have naps literally right before I'm supposed to be streaming.
Hey Kyle, when can I visit your Kyland?
You can visit my Kyland as soon as we're done if you would like.
Ooh, I might could like.
In fact, everyone should hop over to my aminal coursing island.
And I also still need to visit C's, and she mine.
Yes. So I have a little bit of every fruit tree growing.
I'm interested in a little bit of every fruit.
Yeah, I may have stole some of Kyle's peaches.
That's okay.
Millions of peaches.
Unfortunately,
peaches for me.
I'm like also trying to get all of the fruits growing, so I stole like.
Yeah, I mean, there's a bunch of Nook miles in you for it.
The unfortunate fact is, while I have all the trees growing, not all of them are bearing fruit yet.
Okay, good to know.
Point is, within the week, I will have fruit for everyone.
Excellent. Fruit for all. That is the platform you are running for Animal Crossing President on.
Animal Crossing.
I don't have them in my grove because I just picked all my trees, but I have cherries and pears and apples in my storage that I could hand out to people if they're trying to start trees.
Yeah, I've got a little bit of oranges left, and I know you were interested in oranges.
Oranges?
Yeah.
I was wondering what the other two plants were, because I'm like, I've got the 4 starter fruits now, and I saw 2 more in the Nook thing.
Apples, oranges, pears,
peaches,
cherries,
coconuts,
mangoes. I think were in one installment.
Ooh.
No, that's it. It's 6. So coconuts. There's also technically what do you call it? Bamboo, but that's not a fruit. And I don't think it's included in the Nook Mile reward. We're talking about Animal Crossing, by the way. Ooh.
Ah, yes. Animal Crossing, the game where you blow up demons. Wait.
So, K Penguin says, lol, I don't have Animal Crossing, but I do have the beginnings of a fig tree at my house, and that's neat.
That is neat.
Wait, Kimmy's got a fig tree?
Yeah.
Kimmy's got a fig tree. Sorry, I really like figs.
Figs is good.
I have a tiny ass patio, and I still have 2 fig trees. Well, I didn't quite ape Kyle's style, but I got close.
You got close. You got some good stuff going.
Here.
Yeah, no, it fits.
Let me know when it's good for me to move the screen up.
Oh, you've been hiding it. Give me a second so I can. I was gonna fill in the hair so it's not a empty shape.
I'm giving Grundlebird a straw hat for the beach scene.
There we go. It's pretty good.
Okay.
I think it's.
Straw hat.
Let's go see what everyone else has been working on. Oh boy, I love it. Oh wow, I also love. Is that like an Alucard me?
Not quite. Not quite. You'll see.
Okay.
We'll see once I add the text, because I can't ape this style as effectively when I'm not using references, because I'm being stubborn and not using references.
It's like, it's either a Castlevania meme or a JoJo meme.
It is one of those.
Okay.
But which one?
I have a feeling it's a JoJo meme now.
Might be. Hey, Kyle.
Yeah.
Just out of curiosity. Wait, never mind. Don't answer that.
I am very curious as to what your interpretation of my stand is.
You're gonna laugh.
Yeah. Oh god, I really want to if I could get around to doing some actual YouTube videos, like Drawpile-esque YouTube videos, I'd love to do Sakaga draws their stands.
I would love to do
man.
that also because I have an idea for a fan stand and I've wanted to draw it.
I'd have to think about mine for a while. It'd
I
probably
know,
involve too many plants.
So I kind of repurposed mine for a superhero story idea I had. Oh god, I can't remember if I've really told. Oh, I've definitely told Mike about Alan about it. Too many names.
Too many names.
Too many names. I've definitely told Alan about the superhero story idea before. But let's see, what was right, so the superhero I made up, his name was McBride, and that's partially because if it was a stand, it would be called Meet Your Bride after the Jason Webley song. And what it does is it creates a sort of shape-shifting doppelganger of it can turn into essentially whatever the stand owner is not really thinking about, but it most frequently is a copy of him, but can turn into other people too. And if he is directly thinking about it, he can choose what it turns into, but it usually is just turning into something based on what he's thinking about at the time. And normally it would turn into his ex, just because.
Aw, that beach date's adorable. Thank you for taking on the responsibility of adding prickles in there while I was working on your JoJo.
I wanted to give Prickles a swimsuit.
Aww. I like how her body just terminates.
It's very Diglett.
It is very Diglett. By the sea, Mr. Todd. Aw, matching flower. Well, dang, if you two are just going to town on this, I guess I'll just add more lines to this JoJo. Because it ain't JoJo if it ain't got lines for days.
Oh, damn.
I was trying to draw a little otter grandpa laying down and soaking up the sun, and I don't know, it's hard to read tiny.
I am Icarus, and this is my stand, Mine Shaft. That's actually pretty good.
Thank you.
Now, what does Mine Shaft do?
Portable holes, I imagine.
Yes.
I'll take it. It's
Nice.
very Bucciolati as well, then. Zipper Boy.
Oh, is that the one that does zippers in time and space? Okay.
K Penguin says she would make her stand the most ostentatious and impractical. I'm Noodle saying, I will be spoiler free, but I saw the finale of Steven Universe Future and I'm still trying to be okay. My heart hurts and I love it and I hate it. Oh.
Yeah, I heard it was a very solid conclusion.
Did they actually finish it?
Yeah,
Yes.
I think it was the last episode.
Wow.
It is a proper conclusion / epilogue.
Dang.
Have you seen it, Alan?
I have not, but I have been spoilering myself on it like mad.
Nice.
Oof. Yeah, please don't spoil. I last watched, I think, episode 12 of Steven Future, so...
Okay, I won't spoil.
Ooh.
I don't know a whole lot about the last episode anyway, just that it was apparently extremely well done. Some people are hailing it as one of the most well-handled conclusions to a television series they've seen.
Wow.
That's really good.
And it gave them lots of feels. Like, true to form, you will cry.
Thank you for hosting, GB McDaniel.
Crying breakfast friends.
It's a wonderful hate. Yeah, actually, I haven't seen any of Steven Universe Future. I mean, like, I have this. How should I say it? Like, I like Steven Universe. I haven't really watched it religiously or anything, but it's one of those things that, like, I just really respect the show, and without, like, really personally watching it a lot myself. I'm not the target audience for it, and I know that, and I don't really, like... I'm perfectly fine with that. But I've still enjoyed watching it, and, like... Well, my experience finding Steven Universe was... I consider, like, one of my best experiences with a cartoon, and that, like, it was just back when I was still in Indiana. I was in my parents', like, office area. I had, like, a little office place in my parents' house, and I was trying to get some writing done with just Cartoon Network on in the background, and I wasn't actually paying attention to any of the shows, but I was just like, at some point I just started paying attention to the dialogue, and I'm like, what? Wait, this is good. It was the episode of Steven Universe where it's like a flashback to I can't remember the full episode, but it shows it flashes back to Greg doing like a concert, and then Pearl and Rose.
When he first meets Rose Quartz.
No, I think they'd already met. They're talking about fusion, and in the flashback, Pearl and Rose Quartz fuse for a minute, and like Pearl is using it as like a ha ha ha, I can do this with her and you can't. Sort of deal.
Oh, and she was trying to like make Greg jealous.
Yeah.
Because boy, they got less and less subtle about Pearl having a thing for Rose.
Oh yeah. Anyways, I'm like, wait a second. I am hearing both like sex allegory and LGBTQ allegory in a Cartoon Network show. What the fuck is this?
Oh yeah, no. Steven Universe has been queer since about 5 episodes in.
Oh yeah.
Like loudly queer if you knew what to look for. And then later on it became more and more bluntly queer at times.
Yeah. And so
like
I
that
looked
time
over...
when a freaking like lady just gives Pearl her number at a party.
Yeah.
Or the revelation that Garnet is a very happy lesbian couple.
Yes.
With herself.
I actually think it's fun that like since the whole marriage story arc, like it feels like they've been more happily writing Ruby by herself, as like she definitely reads as like very butch outdoors lady, and not as like gender neutral leaning towards male. And I don't know quite how they made the shift, but like I love it that like Ruby now is like that like camp counselor who like just wants to like be a camp counselor for the rest of their life and like be outdoors and wear like cutoff shorts.
Yes.
And like be covered in dirt by the end of the day.
I forgot they're supposed to be holding ice cream. Sorry.
I got a jar of dirt.
I gave them a little tiny cooler that they can keep their like beach drinks in.
Aw, beach drinks. Meanwhile, I filled some space with a Garnet because we were talking about Steven
I love
Universe.
that's such a good little simple Garnet. I love it.
I mean, you draw a loaf of bread and you give it sunglasses.
You're not wrong.
Garnet is shaped like a friend. Draw a loaf of bread. Add sunglasses.
Okay. I will draw a loaf of bread with sunglasses, and now you can't stop me.
That's one of those like I've thought about sometimes is like what the hell would I have as like a gem sona? Like I can't even decide. I think it would be cool to do Charoite just because it is a real stone that I like a lot, and it is purple, and it's one people don't know, but it has a cool name, and that's pretty much a nice start to like doing a gem Sona.
Yeah.
And it's one I don't think they've used on the show yet, which is surprising because they've pulled out some like rather like rare gem names for character names in that show.
I was told I'd be Citrine.
You would definitely be Citrine. I don't know why. It fits. Like you as like a quartz, that makes sense. They would be the most common like quartz like gem citizens. So like anyone being a quartz makes a lot of sense in that way.
See, if they didn't already have a topaz,
then,
I'd say I'd be topaz, but I don't really like the topaz they have.
Yeah, like topazes like as gems have a weird role in the series.
Mm-hmm.
Like they're like written like expected to be kind of the big dumb like bouncers of the gem army. But then again, you could always write a character that purposely breaks stereotypes because so much of the show revolves around
subverting expectations.
Yeah. I guess more when I think of like Alan being Citrine is just when I think of the actual like gem in real life, it feels very Alan-ish.
I mean, it is, yellowy orange, which that's some very me colors.
Yeah, and it's like it's warm and clear and bright and like.
Oh, now you're just complimenting me.
Oh.
Gee whiz, why would I compliment my significant other?
I don't know.
So cute.
I guess also in like a frou-frou pagan-y way, Citrine is like a gem that's supposed to like bring positive energy and warmth and happiness, and I think I've even heard of it being associated with like friendship, and like that's definitely principles you aspire to a lot. So that's
fair enough
for a gem Sona. If people were to read too deeply into the gem in the name. Oh my god! Literal loaf of bread with literal sunglasses.
I was told to draw it. I'm doing it.
Aww.
I'm having fun with it.
Abner forgot we were a thing.
Aw. Hey, Abner, we're a thing.
Aww.
We're trying not to be too gross on stream.
Yeah, we haven't started making, like, kissy noises over the stream chat yet.
Make kissy noises on your own stream. It's all sadness on the Kyle stream.
This from the person who was just like,
some animal
died. Expression.
I'm sad that I'm flying.
I have a brand. I have a brand to maintain. Thank you very much.
I also have a brand to maintain, but it doesn't have much to do with sadness, I guess.
So what you're saying is I should draw like smooching faces just to mess with people now.
Yes.
Smooching, but sad. Sad smooches.
Sad smooches. Sad smooches. That is.
That sounds like it could be a webcomic, but not a good one.
Or, I mean, it could be good if you actually, like, wanted to do a sort of, like, introspective slice of life about the fact that not all relationships can actually work out.
Yeah, but, like, my first thought was just like, no, that sounds like a early days webcomic that would try, like, way too hard to go in deep when the author had no idea how.
Gotcha. So not blankets so much as like I'm trying to think of a webcomic that was trying to be deep and it was just not good. I don't know, Jason Brubaker seems to be in that category like all the time. Like his last 3 comics have been like, this is my magnum opus, grand artistic deep message bullshit, and then I read them and I'm like, this was boring and flat and nothing happened and you didn't even have an interesting message.
Oof.
Your art was pretty okay. It was pretty good. But the rest, okay. You are full of yourself.
Sup, kids? It's Rad Loafman here to tell you about the advantages of carbs.
Oh my god.
Paid for by the National Bread Council.
There we go. Sad people smooching. Or maybe
Aw.
concentrating too
Wow.
hard on that smooch.
You just drew out a big ol' smooch just real quick.
That is
Kyle,
a thing.
Are you drawing a JoJo me?
Just now realized, didn't you?
This feels like the best kind of revenge. I love
I'm
it.
curious if you'll remember my fan stand or if you're gonna go with something else. I'm gonna be real curious.
I'm gonna be real. I do not remember your fan stand. I know you.
That is okay. I'm curious to see what you come up with, unless you want to know it.
I need to finish drawing you, and then I'll be honest. I haven't thought that far ahead yet.
Fair.
So it helps that, like, about a month back, I spent, like, a good 2 nights where I was, like, kind of being weird and mopey with M, but we were still trying to do our usual, like, Tuesday art stream.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm like, I want to, like, actually do some, like, study shit for Star Child. I need to get better at drawing smooching. And she's like, okay, well, draw smooching then. So I looked up photos of people smooching, and it turns out reference photos of people smooching suck half the time. They suck 90% of the time. Like, Hollywood fake-ass horrible kisses that don't even look like they connect. Like,
I'll be honest, I have a, like, how to draw book that wasn't by the one guy who did all the how to draw books.
Oh, no.
No. Like, that
wasn't by that asshole.
Yeah, it wasn't by him. But it actually has some really good kissing references in it that I've been using since I was fucking 12.
Share. Don't hog all the good kissing references.
I'm very worried that I'm going to, like, pull open this book again and realize that all the references suck now. I don't know.
And they might, and I mean, you know, it might have been what your 12-year-old self needed, and you now know that, like, maybe you have some better references.
Mm-hmm.
There is something to be said about, you know, 18 years ago, we didn't have the amount of just resources on the internet, so there being any resources at all was better than, like, no resources.
It's certainly, it certainly taught me the basics of what a smooch looks like when you draw it. Basically, the cupped lips bit, like, it helped a lot.
Aww, those lips.
I will say, one thing was kind of
channeling
funny.
some Sophie Campbell.
Yep, definitely. Those are very Sophie Campbell lips. I'm sorry, you were saying, Kyle?
When I first was starting OTL, like, I have that kind of gross Cersei Cass kiss in the beginning, and for a while there, like, my friends who didn't really know my art were like, oh, this kiss is gross, you should get better at drawing kissing. And I'm like, yeah, no, it's supposed to be gross.
That kiss is not supposed to feel good.
Yeah.
Oh my god, the
You are
chat though,
supposed
you
to be
guys.
Oh, I haven't been looking at chat. I've been looking at
Aberdoodle says,
Jotaro
Plothole
references.
Tsi, I ship you with Alan, wholesome. Well, you... I don't... Can you ship someone that's already shipped? Like, that ship has sailed.
Yeah.
It's a good ship, then. It's canon.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, then, yeah.
Congratulations,
yes,
Aberdoodle, your ship is canon.
It's canon.
Okay, Penguin.
And
Will
then
y'all remember
Kimmy...
that time I needed a ref of someone ugly running?
But Abner, I need to see you smooching someone for reference. But then we'd have to switch to camera mode, and we don't want to break Kyle's thing.
Now,
and I feel like smooching for references would definitely break quarantine right now.
Yes.
And now I'm just picturing, like, the smoothest move of, like, drawing with a girl you like and just being like, I need a reference of some smooching. Can you just, like, come over here for a second? Smooth. This is why Kyle can't get dates. Okay, I mean,
right now, Kyle can't get dates because dates are plague vectors.
That's true. But
no
I couldn't get dates
dates
before there was a plague either. Okay, I need to stop stalling and actually draw a stand now.
I do appreciate the glowy dot eyes, though.
Okay, let's think of some songs that I like that remind me of Alan. Do.
I mean, I was raised by bats as always.
Shit!
Oh.
A good starting
Yeah.
point.
That's the one! Thanks!
Dang, nice.
That's the one that, like, Alan self-identifies with, even.
That is my theme song.
I am. Oh wow! Thank you. You saved my ass. As
Are you just
always.
trying bat-themed Killer Queen?
Now I'm imagining Raised by Bats as a stand is actually like a cloud of bats that has the ability to just like lift and move shit. So it's like taking that JoJo thing where the name is like the literal power. Like it's just a cloud of bats, sort of like Spider's Man, but bats. And
So-
like it can just like it's like what's it's like unmovable object and the like unstoppable force. It's the unstoppable force. Like it just moves and levitates shit.
So, I mean, I will be honest, JoJo doesn't really do the whole, like, albeit the song titles and the names rarely, I feel, have to do with the actual powers. Because neither of you have really seen JoJo, have you?
I've seen bits.
Okay. But,
I think I've watched the first 5 or 6 episodes, right about to the point where, like, the house burned down because Dio was some kind of Mayan mask vampire now,
yeah. So
they had to kind of like burn the house down around him to try and get rid of him, but he's totally not gotten rid of, sort of feeling.
I mean, considering he's the villain of like 3 other seasons, yeah, they did not.
So I just thinking about stands in general, like the closest I think they ever really got was Green Day. Creates this like horrible green flesh-eating mold. I'm trying to think of other. Oh, I mean, like Aerosmith is literally a little plane. Oh, the censored version. I forget. Hold on. It might have been called Green Mold or something like that. I know.
Yeah, true, because they have to change a lot of the names for English for copyright reasons, right?
Green Tea! It was called Green Tea!
Oh, wow.
That makes even less sense with the ability that's sort of like acid fog shit. I feel like I should like shrink my stuff down so I'm stealing less of the canvas over here, because I've been drawing too fast and taking up too much room.
Oh no, it's perfectly fine. I can always let me know if you want me to add more canvas. Green tea.
No.
Yes, I agree, Kimmy. I mean, like, there's a whole game with watching JoJo and just like trying to listen for the like English dub and try and figure out what it's supposed to be from that versus what it says in the subtitles. Okay. Because I mean, some of them were pretty obvious. Like Killer Queen became Deadly Queen, and he's just saying Kia Queen.
Killer Queen.
Cool.
Oh my gosh, that bread loaf though.
Yeah, what up? I'm Breads Mackenzie.
I mean, my favorite's actually season 2, where it's not stands yet, but there's Cars, Wham, and AC/DC, but it's just like spelled differently.
Yeah, didn't they literally just spell Cars with a K?
Yeah, Cars with a K. AC/DC is spelled out phonetically, and Wham is Whamu.
Wamu.
Cars is funny because like you'd think they could get away with cars because like cars, like you can't copyright that because it's a proper word.
Yeah, I wonder if I wonder if the band named Cars ever actually ran into that as a problem.
Well, I mean, see, I feel like a lot of it would have to. This looks more like a bull and less like a bat. I need a picture.
I don't know. It's kind of got a bit of a Gatchaman vibe to it.
Oh.
Sorry. Oh, no, I got it. I got what I want to do now. Oh, that's what a bat nose looks like. That's okay. There was my first mistake. I was remembering what bat noses looked like wrong. We'll get there. They also have more round eyes, but I have a plan for that. Great. What was I talking about? Yeah, there's some fun ones.
Aw, that Tsi is drawing. It's so cute.
I might be trying to work out how to make a like Steven Universe Gemsona-y thing now that we've been talking about that.
Oh.
And I'm just like thinking how I would like exaggerate normal stuff while also thinking about like what the structure in Charawhite looks like. Because
Gotcha.
a lot of the times with the gems, they actually bring in like some features of like the real actual mineral. So
Oh yeah, no, like I mean, just look at Bismuth.
I think bismuth. I such a really pretty mineral. Also that character, I fucking love bismuth.
Incidentally, Kyle, if you were curious about the fan stand, the one I do intend to draw at some point is called Shadow Horizon.
Ooh.
And
That's
what
a
was the
good ass
power
song
rating?
and a good ass name of a song to like make a stand from.
Yup. And the standability for that one is actually taken from the song's lyrics. The not the chorus, but like because it doesn't really have a proper chorus, but like the lead into the riff that acts as the chorus
Mhm.
is they put a hit on the future and the future hit back. So Shadow Horizon's whole stand thing would be they throw a punch and it doesn't immediately connect with its target. It hits them instead at an unspecified later time that is actually completely random and is only guaranteed to be within the target's lifetime.
Nice.
So it could be like a few seconds later, or it could be like 2 years later out of the blue, suddenly they just feel as though they've been punched.
I like
Oh
that.
my god.
I am
It's like Fist of the North Star, but not immediate or useful at all. You are already dead. I just have no idea when it's gonna happen.
Completely random bit of Fist of the North Star trivia that I just giggle at because it's such basic wordplay, but I love it. Apparently, fairly recently, they released another Fist of the North Star game for, I want to say, like PS4 or something.
Yeah, the battle, the
Yeah.
Dynasty Warriors-esque.
Yeah, and apparently Kenshiro can take on like some jobs to earn money for things. One of the jobs he can take on is a bartender, and apparently one of the drinks he can serve at the bar is called "You Are Already Drunk."
I'm gonna step away from the computer for a sec because I need to like shove some food in my face. Hey Kyle,
Yep.
can I have some more canvas, please?
I'll make some more canvas.
Yay!
Maybe
More
maybe
canvas.
upwards, since we've got
Oh,
like
canvas.
Yeah.
this area filled out pretty well.
Once I remember how. Edit. Expand canvas.
Man, you really nailed like that JoJo mouth in particular.
I was looking at reference images.
JoJo's have very particular mouths.
They do indeed.
Usually just distressingly detailed upper lips.
What was I talking about? I was gonna say something. I forget what it was. Was it JoJo related? What were you talking about?
I was just kind of rambling.
We were talking about bats. Before Tsi walked away.
One of the most baffling things of this whole situation we're in real life is people having to get food so they have food for 2 weeks. Like, as long as I can remember, I've been raised under a household that's like, we always have a pantry and we always have at least like 2 weeks of stuff. Even when it was like 5 people in my household, 3 of which were ravenous teenagers, we still had like 2 weeks worth of food at all times. Like, because my mom has been raising me like somebody in the Depression for as long as I can remember.
My roommate's always been great at buying in bulk, so somewhat similar, I guess. I mean, I normally keep a week's worth of food in my house in general, with like some non-perishables just in case like I don't have money at a certain point. But like, yeah. I don't know. Yadnu Doodle is saying that what if Alan is actually the bat and his stand is what we and their stand is what we currently see. Nah. Alan's the bat is the stand.
I'm actually loving how the like big ass bat ears are kind of translating into some like Gatchaman style like mask plate sort of things, but still
that's a really
like bat ear inspired.
I might have to steal that for a thing.
I also like how the like bat fangs kind of form the bottom edge of the mask. That just seems like that'd be a really cool mask to make and wear.
It does, actually.
I'm back, and I am now subsisting off of peanut butter puffs and jerky.
Nice. I was gonna make myself some dinner when we were done.
I was hungry now, so I needed to shovel something.
That was a proud karaoke moment, I will admit.
That was amazing, but really, hardware store was even more amazing.
Yeah, that was just kind of a very accomplished night for me, karaoke-wise.
It was a lot.
Have you ever nearly knocked someone unconscious with a karaoke song before? Because Alan has.
I can't help it. The metal was flowing through me.
Poor Elise.
Wait. Who almost got knocked unconscious?
Elise,
wait, someone.
Remember she headbanged into the beer bottle.
Pretty early into the song too. Like I think the first instance in the chorus.
No. It was the second one because we repositioned to like headbang in unison.
Did she headbang into a beer bottle of all things? Because she was sitting on the floor and wasn't looking where banging.
No. We stood on the floor and there was an end table in front of us where there was a beer bang. Okay.
Yeah.
Abner Doodle. I hosted a karaoke party like 3 months ago, and Alan sang along with the song Mermaider from Metalocalypse, which is, I don't know if you know what Metalocalypse is, but screamo death metal parody Cartoon Network show band.
Yeah, it's a dark comedy about a death metal band.
And there's one of those.
Kyle, can I have canvas?
It's up top.
Oh, I missed it because I hadn't scrolled. Oh, cool.
Anyway, myself and our friend Elise are the only two people in the group who have hair long enough to headbang, so we were trying to headbang along with this death metal song. But the living room isn't like that big, and in order to both see the screen and like have room to headbang, we were right in front of the same table where everyone was keeping their drinks, and poor Elise just slams right onto a beer bottle.
Yup.
And it was really funny.
We were all really happy the bottle didn't break or anything, and also with the way she just put her head full force into that bottle, like,
ooh, that could have been real bad.
Could have been bad. But
that could have been end of the night, like escorting a friend to the ER kind of end of night.
Could have been, but wasn't, so it was funny.
I've been to parties where that's happened.
Hey, at least if that had happened at the time, we wouldn't have yet been in the coronavirus sitch, so she actually could have been taken care of at the emergency room.
Very true.
If that happened now, and you went to the emergency room with like a badly banged head, they'd just look at you and be like, go home.
Yeah. Abner Doodle's
You're not dying.
Was she okay? And no, she was absolutely fine. Like, got some ice. Had a little bit of a welt for a day, but she was perfectly fine.
Like she was laughing about it.
Yeah.
I like the moment I saw I was so into the song I didn't notice she'd been hurt. So like the moment I saw she was, I like went over and I was like, "Oh my gosh, are you okay?" And she's like, "No, I'm fine. I just kind of feel silly and it hurts."
Which is why I am remembering to specify no one got hurt, so it's fine. If someone got hurt, it would be tragic.
Mermaider.
Guns, check. Rope, check. Laser beams, check.
Laser beam, check. Acid, check. Rhino fight, swoon, strain, smell of death, can't escape. Maybe another karaoke night I'll do Face Fisted, which is their song about wanting to punch someone in the face.
I swear to God, we're like the second this quarantine's over, I'm doing another karaoke night because I am losing my fucking mind. I am.
Yes, please.
Please, actually, I've been craving it like ever since the last one ended.
No, I am
Yes.
not. I am by no means an extrovert, but I am so like I'm losing my mind. I need people who aren't my roommates or my coworkers or customers. Like, I love my roommates, and my roommates are doing a lot to keep me sane during this, but it's not enough.
Yeah, no, like, yeah. Also, like, no exaggeration, that was probably up there in, like, the top 5 times I've had the most fun at someone's house.
Yeah, it was
I worded that weird, but you know what I mean.
Yeah. I remember what I was going to talk about earlier when I was like struggling to figure out what I was going to talk about.
Then please talk about it.
So when you were talking about your stand power of
yes,
someone who just does an attack but the damage hits later, I was reminded of so my roommate and I occasionally brainstorm about a possible RPG we'd love to make if we had time, which we don't, but if we did, what we try and do. And I actually really like the story and the characters we've made for it. And one of the characters is a character named Skell. This is going to be a very rough drawing of what she looks like, because...
Oh boy, I can't wait to see Skell.
Looks too much like the main character. But at any rate, the basic idea for her is that she's kind of unstuck in time, and... even though this takes place in a fantasy setting, essentially, she's wearing like shades and like a modern day combat jacket, and her RPG mechanics are essentially all of her stuff is messes with time. It like delays attacks, makes attacks hit twice, doubles up on what damage was done last turn, or undoes whatever was done last, like weird things like that.
Weird time powers.
Oh, she's a time. I think some of the early Final Fantasy games actually had time mage-y kind of stuff like that.
Yeah.
Like you could speed up or slow down combat and stuff.
Yeah, with like haste and slow, and that'd be.
I remember them being really hard to actually implement if you weren't super good at like metagaming.
I don't know.
I've never been good at that. You are probably good at that. That's not. It's wasn't meant as an insult if you're good at it. It's quite the opposite, an insult to me for not being good at it.
I misunderstood what you were saying. But
Sorry.
anyway, no, it's my bad. But yeah, I always thought it was interesting, and the character themselves is actually based on Odessa's song "Skeleton Key." Just because there's this very clear image of a character I've had ever since I heard that song. But yeah. Anyways, similar thing. There was one special attack I had in my mind for Skell called Xeno's Arrow, which is another Dessa reference, where it's she shoots an arrow or crossbow bolt or something, and after like leaving the bow, the arrow just hangs in midair for a random assortment of time, and won't shoot until we'll shoot at a random time and do random damage to like circumvent defensive stuff or whatnot. This is all very conceptual, obviously, but I don't know. It reminded me of that.
Nice.
I thought I remember there being a way to like rotate stuff, and I'm trying to figure out how that worked again.
Let me experiment real quick here. It doesn't work like it used to, if it still is a thing.
Yeah.
It might simply not be a thing anymore.
Yeah, it looks like you can rotate like the whole canvas. But
yeah, I think they've taken out the rotation of a selection feature.
Dang, that's.
Or if they haven't, they have buried it somewhere where I am not, aware.
That's a shame. All right. Well, I'm still in the
It is a
preliminary,
shame.
so I can do this.
You got this.
Oh, we really have made quite the canvas, haven't we?
We have. It's impressive. It's fun.
It's cold. We're quiet again.
We are.
Abnerdoodle left, and now all interest in talking has ended.
Aw. Talking is over.
In my case, I'm trying to work out how wavy hair at a weird angle works.
Ooh, mood. Mm.
Also in the stage where I'm kind of like fixing proportions on the little character and stuff.
Yeah.
Ah, no. Go back to brushing things.
Brushing. Brush brushers. Fight punchers.
I just found out you can set 5 different little presets for brushes rather than changing the tool things all the time.
Oh.
Yeah, I found that out on accident. It's actually messed me up.
Same.
Let's see. Man, I'm out of ideas. I need it. Chat, I need an idea of what to draw. Chat, hurry. Chat, I'm panicking.
Doppelganger Cersei, but her mouth is open wider than a human mouth can go, and inside it there is nothing but a giant eye.
Whoa.
Oh, Orson.
I'm like Doppelganger Cersei, so would that be actually good person Cersei?
Ha.
Orson wants me to draw Orson. From memory, this will be interesting. Okay.
That will be interesting. I'm curious to see how that comes out.
Let's see.
Draw Alan's idol?
Idea.
Like, is that like the idol animation for Idol? For Alan or something?
Just Alan's idea of drawing the doppelganger Cersei.
Oh, idea. That makes a lot more sense. I read.
Yeah, because also depending on which version, even if they're spelling it IDOL, I'm like, wait, so Sophie Campbell, or the Venus of Willendorf? I'm confused.
I like misread it and saw an like idol animation, IDLE. What? And looking back, like I totally just
that's not even that's not even the type of Orson made.
No, I just
no,
I
sorry, I'm
have
teasing
like
you.
trouble with reading. I'm sorry.
No, I'm sorry. I'm giving
good.
you shit. You're fine. All is well. Got the kind of curly-ish hair. And apparently, all the little drawings we're doing. Oh, I should have been using the pixel brush. Well, I'm gonna keep the fluffy brush for the eyes or for the hair because Orson has kind of fluffy hair,
Hmm.
right?
Orson does have fluffy hair when you see it out from under the hat.
All from under the hat.
Zat.
The hats. All from under the hats.
Oh God, what were we talking about?
ADK.
So now that I'm finished with OTL, I can get back to work on some of my side projects that I was trying to work on at the same time as OTL and then stopped doing because I am but one mortal man. And one of the things I'm most excited for is Anachronism, which is like a short story series that might turn into a podcast or something. I don't know. I know I told you guys about it, or at least I told Plothole Tsi about it for a while, but it's I guess the best way to describe it is about a time plumber. He's about a guy who travels the country fixing rifts in time and space with the love of his life, who he knows because of time travel shenanigans he's never going to end up with.
I definitely remember you mentioning it in Discord chat several times.
The episode I left off on was like dealing with a haunted house.
Right, because you were looking for inspiration on like what is it, why is it haunted?
Yeah.
In like non-normal haunting terms. Because I remember suggesting that it's haunted by like really liking the family that used to own it and basically like missing having a family living in it.
Yeah.
Like it's just haunted by the fact that the family didn't want to move out and like had sad circumstances for like the move out or something like that.
K Penguin says, "Oh wow, I didn't realize you were going to hiatus OTL for a while. No prob, just surprised. When you continue OTL, will it be OTL future?" Yeah, I am planning on hiatusing it for a bit. I don't really know how long. The original plan was going to be a year, but that was when the plan was that I was going to finish it like last June. So I've already eaten through like half of my planned hiatus time. So we'll see where that goes. I definitely want to get some other stuff done first because I have been working on OTL a goddamn long time, and I need an actual proper planned break from it instead of just I'm too tired to work on it break. As to
That's how you end up with burnout and going into therapy for massive depression like I did.
As to K Penguin also sort of joking that will it be OTL future or OTL Shippuden? I am kind of thinking about, and you know, like getting everyone chat and present company's opinion on this. I'm still trying to figure out exactly how I want to structure it because it is going to be like a new volume. Like chapter 3 sort of ends the story arc that I'm on, and I want chapter 4 and onward to be approachable from a new audience, because it's not that I'm not proud of what I've made, but like I've gotten way better since I started, and I think I can make a better intro. And so I'm kind of figuring out how I want to like phrase the next arc of it. I kind of do want to make it like a standalone thing. Should I still call it OTL? Should I call it part of the OTL series? Like
I mean, I think it could be kind of interesting to have it be OTL, but like have like a subtitle that kind of denotes like the direction that the next arc is taking. Like if we're going back to Naruto comparisons, they actually had like books 1 and 2 and I think 3 in the original manga before it even was like, because Naruto Shippuden was basically what they did in the anime when they came back from making a bunch of bullshit story while the manga was catching up.
Yeah.
The manga itself, though, just had like books 1, book 2, book 3.
Yeah. It was still just called Naruto.
Yeah. But they did actually in the comic have like a title thing that was like denoting like, no, that's like the first arc. And then they did a time jump like 3 to 5 years in the future.
K Penguin is asking what's the pitch of the new series, and I've been actually thinking about how to phrase that, and I think I actually got a kind of decent idea of how to explain it. If OTL, the chapters we've had so far, is like the horror story of this group of people trapped in this bizarre other world, chapter 4, 5, and 6 are following the survivor of a horror movie, dealing with all of the PTSD that comes with that. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
So that's sort of the pitch. It's a bit more complicated than that, obviously, and it's still a horror series. Like there's still gonna be horror stuff, but. K Penguin saying, "Lol, so kind of like Steven Universe Future." I haven't seen Steven Universe Future, so I don't know. Maybe. I guess if you're saying that, then maybe.
Small spoiler: Steven Universe Future deals a lot with PTSD of main character.
Steven, you have trauma.
You have so much trauma. Poor boy.
I mean, that will be the case. Like, Cass at the start of Chapter 4 is pretty much going to be catatonic, I think. I have some script writing to do still, but... I drew Orson, sort of. Kind of looks like Gabriel, to be honest.
Aww. It has Orson's friendliness energy.
Yes. I was with the sweat bead. I was trying to capture Orson's anxiety energy as well.
There's definitely an anxious quality to Orson's little caricature. Like, if I'm looking at the 4 little caricatures, Orson's is like polite anxiousness. Alan's is just so damn tired. Kyle's is doesn't think the world can get better and is frowning eternally.
That's just my face.
I'd say
That's just what my face looks like.
Mine is just disconcerted.
Yeah, yours just kind of seems mildly confused.
I was gonna say, you look kind of confused.
I was going for concern, but they're very similar moods.
So, K Penguin's also asking, will there be a new light that Cass runs for, even if it's not something he should be aiming for? Sort of.
Ooh. Asking the hard-hitting questions.
Yeah, I'm going to, I guess, talk a little bit about my internal thoughts on Cass, and that, there's always the thought of what the character really wants, and that's sometimes different than what their goal is. It's more like what the goal is. They think the goal is going to get
what they
them.
need versus what they're like running towards.
Yeah. And Cass is always, he wants to feel safe. He wants to be somewhere where he feels safe. So he's running towards the light because he thinks he'll be safe there. And sort of how I'm switching the dynamic going forward is Cass is in a place where he is safe, but he doesn't feel safe still. And so it's not really he is going towards something as much as he is trying to figure out how to be okay where he is at. At least that's the conflict I'm going for. Does that answer your question, K Penguin? Oh, also welcome back, Abnerdoodle. That is Orson. Orson requested that I draw Orson, so I also drew Orson. Okay, I need another request of what to draw. I got 15 more minutes to fill. That's a cool loaf of bread. Abnerdoodle is asking that I draw Abnerdoodle, so I suppose I am doing that now. Okay, Penguin says, I'm curious if Cass would latch onto unnecessary goals that he thinks will make him feel safe, like if I just train hard enough, I'll be strong enough to never be in danger again, or if I just hoard enough toilet paper, I cannot die. You're on the right track at any rate. Chapter 4 is going to be a lot more of an emotional story than I want to say the previous ones were. It's going to be a lot more in-depth character-wise and dealing with that sort of stuff. And like, again, it's kind of hard to talk about since it is character-wise. How do I talk about this without like giving things away? But like, and again, I'm still writing the yes, less action, more drama, and there will still be action. Don't get me wrong, but it's not going to be the focus of. It's not planned to be the focus. And again, I've still got script writing to do, so there's some plot lines that I'm not sure that are in my head right now that I'm not sure are going to make it to the final product and whatnot. I guess one thing in particular that I think about is like, does Cass really believe he is in a better place now? Like, is Cass gonna spend a whole chunk of time trying to find the secret horror of the place he's in, only to realize that, I mean, yeah, maybe it's not perfect, but it was never a secret. Everyone else knew it. He just couldn't deal with it. That's definitely a storyline I have in the back of my pocket that I kind of want to do. Right.
Ta-da!
Aw, yay. Look at that.
Oh.
I love it.
Me too. Choop.
Okay, Penguin
I
says
feel
that is a
like
cute
you
gemstone.
would
I like the outfit a lot.
I feel like this is the character that the animators would hate. Oh shit, I just realized I missed something super critical. I don't know where the fuck her gemstone would actually be showing.
Good question.
Crap. That's always like pivotal to like some statement about what the character is too. Drat.
I
feel
kinda
like-
think may I make a suggestion?
Yeah.
Palm of the hand.
Yeah, that's always the easy way.
Yeah.
We'll go with that. Or I almost feel like I feel like she'd be a bit kind of like almost like a utility character, almost like Bismuth. So like, could be kind of funny if it's like her arm. Kind of like she's got like how people will have like little things strapped to their arms, like tools or whatever. Like,
Yeah.
because I was actually thinking like she could kind of have like a matter manipulation sort of ability, like almost like have you seen Full Metal Alchemist?
Yes.
A bit.
Where they can take material and like they can't create or destroy material, but they can like reshape it based on like what the material inherently is.
Yeah.
Like, so yeah, there you go. She's got like Full Metal Alchemist gem powers.
Well, and can't gems like the actual gemstones like project holograms? So like, if nothing else, you use it as a little kind of wrist display, kind of a Tony Stark style schematic dispenser.
Yeah, a bunch of the gems can basically like project things out directly from their gems. So like, yeah. And in fact, like Peridot has just like a weird gizmo on her wrist throughout a bunch of the show before like she gets a bunch of her technology taken away. So yeah, even like within that like society, that would make sense. And I can imagine if you had to like cartoonishly break it down, char white would maybe be like kind of a rounded square with like just a 3-tone squiggle would be like the little icon of that stone. Because char white, like as a real life stone, is like really pretty. It's almost like like purple rippling water the way it looks when it's polished. And I was trying to bring that out in the outfit, that like it's got all these little threads that like ripple because it's a metamorphic stone.
Just reading K Penguin. She says that she was reading up on this on Reddit, the Steven Universe gym clothes thing, and someone said, in the return, Jasper wore a cape, but I'm guessing it was an intimidation tactic to look bigger. And someone responded, it was to let everybody know that she was a straight G. Wow. This is actually a fun little canvas we've got.
It really is. It really, really is.
Please tell me this canvas is getting saved with all its little otter and shit.
Absolutely,
yeah.
And the best part is anyone can save it. Anyone and everyone can save it.
I'm going to leave this up for a second. I'm going to pull my nose real quick. Give me one
Okay.
second.
Oh, is Abner the little orange caricature? Who's that one?
I'm back.
Hello.
So, this reminds us, since we were talking about OTL earlier, K Penguin, have you seen the Patreon backer behind the scenes post I made a while back? Or the other day? Yesterday? I don't... What is time? I don't know. When did I do that? I did it...
In the before times.
In the before times. In the great puppet times.
I did it last Thursday, apparently.
Oh man, I typed in Patreon and it went to search instead of just going to patreon.com. And apparently Patreon has had 30,000 new creators, more than average, join up this month.
That sounds about right.
It's like, gee fucking whiz, no wonder, because a bunch of creative people got laid off or lost their normal kind of income from like conventions and shit.
Mm-hmm.
What really pisses me off though is that means that Patreon basically just made $150,000 off of people's panic because newer accounts don't get grandfathered in under the free model. They have $5 a month.
Damn.
So Patreon's basically profiting off of...
That's not great.
And this was a company that already tried to like drastically change the pricing model to screw over creators with like small funders because they wanted to reap in like a larger percentage of money.
Oh, you mean like Etsy did?
I don't remember when Etsy did that. I actually can't remember.
Pretty recently.
Pricing structure. Oh, I hadn't heard of it. People didn't like their old structure even for what it was.
Yeah, no, it's even worse now.
I also remember a bunch of people being pissed when they opened up their listings from must be handmade items to handmade items and also like items for hand making stuff, because that suddenly let in a huge wave of just Chinese resellers that started selling a bunch of like manufactured goods.
Yep.
Oh god, Etsy and their mandatory ad payments.
Yep.
Yeah, I think it's like 50 cents for every listing. But unfortunately, they've kind of cornered the market in being the place you go to get like a creatively made thing.
Yeah, for now anyway.
I bought shit on Etsy, and I don't usually.
I am happy to see
Same.
somebody interacting with randomly screaming person. Oh no. What is chasing it? I'm
Something
extra
chunky.
worried now. It's that snack. Is that a giant snack?
Giant snack.
I don't know what it is. But
It's
angry.
Yorkmandur.
What a land shark.
But yeah, oh, I don't know. I just want to talk about the dynamic in Chapter 4 of OTL, but I also don't want to say it for the people who haven't read it, because it's not up yet. It's not up till tomorrow, and then I can talk about it.
Crinkle crankle.
I feel like with what little you've spoiled about it so far... Oh, sorry, I'm folding up the bag of that I finished off. And then I'm also just kind of stimming and sitting here and folding the tinier little squares without even realizing it. I didn't realize how loud and crunchy it was getting because my hands were just kind of doing their own thing while I talk, and I forget my hands are doing things.
Gotcha.
That doesn't make sense. Okay, Penguin, hold on. You might just need to, I changed the tiers a while back. You might just need to, like, change your...
Hop into a different tier.
Yeah, I'm actually gonna double check this, because, like... Relationship manager...
Oh, but what I was...
Yeah, no, you should have access to everything important. Well, everything important. Wow, that came off wrong. No, that, like, you should have access to all the posts based on what you donate. The only other tier is the, like, you get thanked on stream. Thank you, Abner Doodle, by the way. So, I mean, I don't know what it is. You should be getting it. I should figure out why you don't if you're not.
I think the last thing I said was that about the fact that Etsy charges like upwards of like 50 cents a thing, but there's not much option if you're making like craft goods that you want people to buy, that you want people to be able to find through the internet, because Etsy has one of the best marketplaces out there, and it's still not even great, and yet it's kind of like the least worst option almost, I'd call it. And even then, like, people are generally not going to find your thing unless you've got a really specific thing that someone's looking for that no one else is doing yet. Because, like, the way their search engine works also has definitely slanted towards, like, sponsored links, promoted posts, and, like, search engine's not your friend. So it's, like, it's like a lot of shopping marketplaces where, like, it started out good, and then somebody smelled money and made it shitty on purpose.
I mean, honestly,
See, also most chat programs.
I mean, I was gonna say most
Discord, please don't follow suit.
I was gonna say that's most internet platforms in general, like, because that's kind of how.
Yeah.
That's the thing with Steam and YouTube as well, is they don't have actual competition, so they have no reason to improve. And
I see everyone keeps giving shit on Steam, but I feel like I'm wondering, like, what the big shit on Steam is, because right now it's like it sells games and it lets you keep those games in the cloud for. It's like it does that pretty well.
So
like
the main thing is it, like, let's see. I have to go back onto my video game industry database. So,
turning on video game brain.
Yeah. One thing is that it's the way it handles the indie market. It tends to just let anyone who pays them put stuff up on there, and it drowns out games with actual, like, work put into them and a whole bunch of, like, asset flips and things like that.
I feel like that's almost an entirely different overlapping argument, though, of, like, because that comes almost down into, like, what's the word? But it's not content management, but it's like curation.
They have big curation problems.
Yeah. Well, and I know Steam has been very loudly on the side of, we don't want to curate because that's what's the word when you don't allow things?
Censorship.
Yeah, they're like, that's censorship.
Wrong.
And people are like, yeah, but it's literally Nazis. And they're like, but it's still censorship.
But they have money that we could have from them.
Yeah. And like devil's advocate back, like I kind of see their side where they're like, we don't want to hire a person just to curate stuff all day, and we don't want to be that company that like just decides what gets in and out. We want to just let everything in and like turn away and like let it be anarchy. And I can see that argument, because the opposite is like how the Apple App Store used to be, where like you had like a few new apps each day, and like, good luck getting your app into the store if they just decided they didn't like you for no reason whatsoever.
And see, that's the thing is like I'd
or
see
even
that
like
being
they
fine.
already had a thing. Like the Apple App Store was notorious for being like, we already have one app that does that, so we don't care if you do the thing better. We don't care if you're a third party. We don't care. We already have an app that does that, so we're letting 0 other app producers make an app that do that because we say so.
And see, that's
the other end of the spectrum.
I mean, see, that's the thing. If
Kyle, you're saying?
Yes, sorry. If they weren't really the only ones in the market, the only viable, like, because I mean, don't get me wrong. There's other video platforms. There is other online game retailers, but simply put, none of them have the pull that Steam does in the video game platform respect, and YouTube does in the video aspect. So again, they just don't really have a need to improve because they already have like optimum market share, and it's very hard. Like I can't even fathom how to unseat them from that.
I feel like unseating them is going to happen when like Itch.io finally gets as big as Itch.io finally gets the credit for being as huge as it is.
Mm-hmm.
Like the number of indie games I've seen come out just unironically on Itch.io is like weird lately. Like it used to be like, this is the place you go for the freeware hentai game. And now it's like, oh yeah, I made like a nearly AAA title with a team of like 5 college students. Here's a $2 game. It's on Itch.io. And you're like, wait, what? An award-winning game is on just Itch.io?
Yeah,
I only
It's
even
not
started
just
hearing about
porn?
them this year.
I heard about them a few years ago because I got really into like poking around at what are they called? Visual novels.
Mm.
And a lot of those are like visual novels, look at my air quotes, porn. Like like they're like adult storyline video games basically.
Yeah. No, I know what a VM is.
Yeah. Like a lot of the ones like I was running around with a crowd who like when they said visual novel, it was like with a wink and a nod that's like it's a journey.
Okay. Gotcha.
Like a visual novel doesn't have to be an adult game, but the kind of people like hanging out with at the time, like for some reason, like kept recommending a bunch of like adult storyline games to me, and they were
Gotcha.
always on Itch.io.
I mean, heck, I've been wanting to make a visual novel for a while, and it's a clean one mostly. I mean, it's not intended for you know what I mean.
Yeah, no, yours is a story for mature audience. If I was to say it in a classy way, it's the HBO of it, as opposed to the like Cinemax late night of visual novels.
There we go.
Oh
man,
visual novels that be like press X to bang.
Speaking of HBO and like mature storytelling and just general sadness, I stumbled across, of all things, someone had done an upload of the old HBO Spawn series back when like Spawn was at the zenith of his popularity, and man, no disrespect meant to Todd McFarlane, but wow, Todd, your story's kind of dumb. Like it's such a weird dichotomy because like it's an interesting story. You've got like this very interesting like crime drama with a big supernatural tint to it, with people just wearing the dumbest costumes through the whole thing, and it just clashes so amazingly.
Is that a storytelling or an art problem at that point, though?
Both, really. Because, like,
I feel like that was an early 90s thing of, like, people saying serious things while wearing god-awful, like, outfits that you're like, did you forget it's no longer the 80s and you're not MC Hammer?
Well, like, the other thing is, like, just, like, I don't know, he very deliberately designed Spawn in particular's outfit off of a superhero costume following superhero tropes. And it's not really much of a superhero story, so it just ends up feeling kind of weird that, a lot of these lines and concepts are being delivered by this colorful dude in a cape.
So, not to cut you guys off, but it is officially 6 o'clock, and I am ever so tired. So I do think it's about time we wrap things up.
Sounds good to me. I'm all out of draw juice.
Yeah. But at any rate, this was really
Aww.
fun. Aww.
Are you drawing a twerking Venus?
Maybe.
Nice.
I just was like inspired. I thought like she's always in the same pose. I was like, she should be allowed to dance and wiggle.
Yeah.
That is fantastic.
That is fantastic.
Boy, we have created a wonderful mess here today. I can't.
It is wonderful, and I'm into it.
Yeah, I'll be posting this on the social medias. But again, so thank you everyone for watching. Thank you Admiradoodle for being my #1 donator on Patreon. Thank you for I just followed me finish chapter 3 because that's done now. Thank you Plothole Tsi and Alan Bathearst for drawing. By the way,
yes.
Alan still doesn't have a place to view their stuff, but Plothole Tsi, do you have a place that people can read your things?
WaywardStudios.net is where you can see most of the shit that's pertinent and not old and horrible.
Strong.
Don't go and find my DeviantArt or you'll see shit from high school. You've been warned.
Why did you say you had a DeviantArt? Now I'm gonna look at it.
You know, I'm only half warning people. It's sort of like that horrible fae that's like gives you a compulsion.
Right.
But warns you the whole time exactly what the compulsion is. So you did this to yourself.
I'm gonna head off now. Thank you, everyone.
All right.
Have a good night, everyone.
Night.
Bye.